The morning the billionaire walked into his own company, disguised as a homeless man, not a single person recognized him, but everyone revealed who they truly were. And by sunset, 3 lives would be changed forever. Richard Hale was one of the richest men in the city. People called him a genius business owner, a fearless leader, a man with a golden heart. But Richard knew something was wrong. Lately, his company felt cold. Employees avoided eye contact. Managers yelled more than they listened, and complaints about mistreatment kept piling up on his desk. So Richard made a decision most billionaires would never even consider. "I want the truth," he whispered, "not the version people show the boss." The next morning, he wore an old jacket, ripped jeans, and dirt on his hands. He looked like someone who hadn't eaten properly in days. When he stepped into his own office building, people stared at him not with concern but with judgment. Security stopped him immediately. "Sir, you don't belong here," the guard said sharply. Richard lowered his head. I just need to speak to someone. Please." "No. Leave." The guard's voice was cold, almost disgusted. Richard stepped back, feeling a pinch in his chest. Was this really how strangers were treated in a place he built with dreams? But he didn't leave. Not yet. He slowly walked toward the employee entrance. 2 women in suits laughed when they saw him. "Oh my God, look at his shoes," one whispered. "Why do homeless people come here? It's embarrassing." The other giggled. Richard pretended not to hear, but every word felt like a weight pressing on his heart. Still, he kept walking. He spotted his assistant, Mark, someone he trusted, someone he believed had a good heart. "Sir, can you help me?" Richard asked softly. "I'm hungry. I just need some food." Mark looked at him and rolled his eyes. "Oh, please," he snapped. "Go beg somewhere else. This is a workplace, not a shelter." And just like that, he walked away. Richard has arrived and stood frozen. He had helped Mark pay his mother's medical bills last year. He had trusted him, believed in him, but today, dressed as someone worthless, Richard saw Mark's true colors. His throat tightened. "Is this what my company has become?" he whispered to himself. As he walked further, almost everyone avoided him. Some covered their noses. Some looked at him like he was dirt. Only one person didn't. A young janitor named Lily, who had joined just 3 months ago. She noticed him standing alone with trembling hands. She approached gently. "Sir, are you okay?" Richard nodded slowly. I just need a little kindness." Her eyes softened. "I don't have much," she said, "but I can get you a sandwich from the cafeteria. Please wait." He watched her rush off with concern on her face, not fear, not judgment, kindness, real kindness. Minutes later, she returned with a sandwich and a warm cup of tea. Richard tried to pay her with a few coins he carried for the disguise, but Lily pushed his hand away. "No, please," she said. "You don't have to pay me. My mom always taught me, if you can help someone, you should." Richard felt the sting of tears rising. Out of hundreds of employees, only one person saw him as human. Just then, the HR manager burst out of the building. "You!" she shouted at Lily. "What are you doing wasting time with this man? This could affect your job performance." Lily stepped in front of Richard protectively. "He needed help," she said firmly. No one else cared. "I don't care if he needed a mansion," the HR manager snapped. "You're paid to clean, not to babysit strangers." Richard watched quietly. Every word revealed more truth. The HR manager grabbed Lily's arm. "That's it. You're suspended. Hand over your badge." Lily's eyes filled with tears, but she stayed calm. "If helping someone costs me my job, then maybe this isn't the right place for me," she whispered. Richard suddenly lifted his head. His voice changed, strong, confident, unmistakable. "I agree," he said. The HR manager turned sharply. "Oh, now, You speak? Who do you think you are? She froze. Her face turned pale. Employees nearby gasped. It took only a moment before everyone recognized him. Mr. Hale? She stuttered. Richard removed the cap, wiped the fake dirt off his face, and stood tall. The billionaire had returned. The HR manager stepped back, shaking. Sir, I didn't know. That's the problem, Richard interrupted. You treat people based on what they look like, not who they are. He turned to Lily. You're not suspended, he said gently. In fact, you're promoted. Lily's eyes widened. Promoted? Yes. He smiled. I need someone with a heart like yours in a leadership role. People whispered around them, shocked. Richard then faced the crowd. And as for the rest of you, starting today, this company will undergo serious changes. His voice trembled with controlled anger. I built this place to help people grow, not to crush their spirit. If you cannot treat every human being with respect, you don't deserve to work here. Mark, the assistant, looked like he might faint. The HR manager was speechless. Lily stood there, still holding the sandwich she bought for him. Later that evening, Richard sat with Lily in his office. Why did you help me? He asked. She smiled softly. Because someday, I might need help too, and I hope someone will be kind to me. Richard nodded. That's the kind of person who makes the world better, he said. And for the first time in months, the company began to change, not because of rules, but because everyone finally understood one truth. How you treat those who can do nothing for you shows who you truly are. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more emotional storytelling videos. Your support helps these powerful messages reach more people. Tom.